Terraria 1.3, an update long anticipated for Terrarian fans. And right now, for the past times, I don't know, like 20 minutes, I've been covering the Terrarian 1.3 changelog. First we covered features and mechanics, then we covered expert mode and sought out the events. Now it's time for crafting. And some of this stuff is so cool. You can now craft items from a chest while it is open without having to place its contents in the player's inventory beforehand. There is a new alchemy table that has a chance to reduce potion crafting cost. Nice. I also heard that the alchemy table has a chance to not use some of the ingredients for potions. Crafting wooden arrows now gives 10 per recipe instead of 5. Their cost has been reduced to 5 copper. No. You can now craft bone platforms. Greater healing potions cost less to craft. See, you'll catch fighting stuff with greater healing potions, correct? And I won't actually be one to use greater healing potions or actually craft the greater healing potions in the first place. So that is very cool. More of an incentive for me. Holy water is now slightly easier to craft. You can now craft cursed, demon, frost, ichor, and ultra bright living fire blocks. That is actually cool. I'd love to see that. You can now craft gender change potions. You can now craft wormhole potion. This potion allows you to teleport to any player on your team by clicking them on the map. You can now craft honeyfall blocks and walls. You can now craft chlorophyte bricks and walls. You can now craft crimtane bricks and walls. You can now craft shroomite plating and walls. Bee-nades can be crafted. This is cool. Because I've had the trouble of, I want bee-nades, but I can't find anything to craft Queen Bee's recipe, and I don't want to make a whole new world because I've already defeated Queen Bee in my original world, so I don't want to go somewhere else to fight her. This goes for water candles, which can now be crafted actually, because I can't find them in the dungeon, and I don't want to go mining all in the dungeon because I like the dungeon, honestly, and I like having a good place to go except for when there's spikes, because spikes are awesome. Not awesome. They are terrible, actually. You can now craft crispy honey blocks. No, not crispy honey. Crisp honey. Sorry, I don't think. Last night I actually thought that was a little odd. But you can now craft sunplate blocks and disc walls. You can now craft keys of light and keys of night. That is actually cool. I want to see what that does. Pink gel and several items that are crafted from pink gel have been added. You can now craft magic water droppers. From what I've read of this, you can actually drop water and or lava somewhere. You can now craft meteor bricks and furniture. I'll be sure to do that, actually. I'll be sure to make a whole town place full of different furnitures. I'll be able to show you guys that sometime, because that'll be awesome. You can now craft granite and marble furniture. Martian furniture can now be crafted. You can now craft enchanted night crawlers. I wonder what that is. Lowered the cost for meteor gear. Space gun, which I've not actually had the chance to craft, now only requires meteorite bars. That is cool. Crimtane and Demonite bars now cost 3 ore. Cool. You can now craft target dummies to test your damage per second. That is cool, actually. Avenger emblems, which I do like, but they are very difficult to get because you have to take the tedious task of fighting the wall of flesh over and over again, hoping to get the emblems. But the Avenger emblem can now be crafted from any emblem and all 3 hard mode boss souls. Neptune's shell is no longer craftable and is only dropped from Creature from the Deep. I can't remember if that's a monster from a solar eclipse or not. I read somewhere that there would be a monster by that name, but I don't remember. I don't know where. Reduced the crafting cost for Rainbow Rod, Fairy Bell, and Magical Harp. And I've not really done anything with those items, but this next one, Broken Hero Sword, is no longer needed to craft the Terrablade. Now, that probably hints that just the Terrablade. So, you get Knight's Edge, you get a Broken Hero Sword, you get Excalibur, you get a Broken Hero Sword. You craft true Knight's Edge and true Excalibur, you get a Terrablade. I think that's how it would go. You can now craft Spectre bars. I wonder if that's what will be used to craft Spectre armor. Instead, well, and to be honest, I think Spectre armor should be buffed a little. I mean, yeah, it gives off stuff. I mean, maybe keep it the way it is, but I think a thing of Spectre bars, silk, and ectoplasm, that would be a good recipe for Spectre armor. Fireplaces and chimneys are now craftable. Phase sabers are now crafted at a mithril anvil. Okay. But that's it for crafting. And boy, is this update going to be awesome. And I will not stop patronizing this update because it is so awesome and I just cannot wait for it. I promise you guys, once it's on console and if I get good enough recording equipment by that time, I will most definitely do a Let's Play for it, because that would be so awesome, and I just love Terraria. I may call in Cavalry to actually do it, though. We'll see. But for now, that does it for this part. And yes, crafting gets its own part, as does features and mechanics. But next time, we shall take on the section titled Miscellaneous. And boy, is this changelog, yeah, totally. Changelog, I just love it. Good job, developers of Terraria. Good job, Relogic. Good job, Red Digit. all of you. Just amazing job. I love Terraria. But that's gonna do it for now, descendants. So, ciao. See you next time.